So I'm going to be doing a makeup tutorial using my brand new Gargoyle palette by Unearthly Cosmetics. If you want to see the in-depth unboxing of some of the other things I picked up from this brand, then head to my previous video and it will just be a simple unboxing. Kind of in-depth, but not too in-depth because I didn't swatch everything. I only swatched the liquid lipsticks there. If you want to see some of the amazing products that the brand has to offer to you, then you might like that other video. This is the palette that we are going to be using. She is gorgeous and beautiful and everything that I could want in a palette right now, to be honest. It has neutrals, it has pops of color, and it has plenty of shimmers. And these are all colors that I tend to gravitate towards. Let's just jump into the tutorial. First things first, I'm going to prime my eyelids with my primer. Hopefully this primer doesn't suck, because I bought it in a state of emergency because my car's broken. And my primer is in my makeup bag in my car that's at the shop. So I don't have a way to get to that shop to go get my makeup bag, which also has most of my brushes in it. So I bring a lot of things to me with me to the car. Okay, I do my makeup in the car most of the time. It saves time because I don't always have the time to sit down and do my makeup. So that's nice. Looking at this Gargoyle palette, I definitely want to play with, I don't know, I just like blue and purple a lot. Looks like I'm going to play with blue and purple. I'm trying to think what kind of look I want to do. And I was definitely doom scrolling today. And there was some things that I really enjoyed. I have like my Instagram collection of makeup that inspires me. There's a lot that inspires me, I'm realizing, but then I just seem to never have the time to recreate these looks. I think I'm gonna take like inspiration. Her name is Mariana Milagro on Instagram, and she does these really pretty colorful makeup looks. She does these kinds of looks. Specifically, I'm kind of thinking doing my own take on this look. Not as bright, but something similar to this, because there's blues and greens on her eyes, and I do have blues and greens in this palette. What I'm going to do is pick up my Sigma smudge brush, oh my gosh, the E21, and I'm going to start with the shade Perched. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Because I have a hood, I have to be careful. So I'm going to do... Ooh, hello pigment. I barely touched. I'm going to do a little sketchy poo. Nice. That looks good. So I'm just going to try to replicate this picture as best that I can with the little knowledge about how she achieved the look, because I don't think she posted a tutorial. I just think that she posted the pictures. I think I'm already making a mistake. I think it's more like, yeah, oops, I made a mistake. Oh no. How dare you make a mistake? Ever. So I've never done a look exactly like this. I always like tend to curve down. I've never gone into the bridge of my nose. So I'm excited to see actually how that turns out, because it could be immaculate. So step 1, figure out where you want to cut your crease, which is exactly right there. So then she also did like she has hooded eyes like I do. I can tell because the way her like liner is like that. It like curves. So that's nice. It's good to know that I chose a makeup look that goes with my eye shape. She did an outer... Oh my god, what word am I trying to use right now? She did an outer corner smoke. Yeah, that's the word, I guess. And right now I'm just like sketching out the idea, so if it's not perfect, it's fine, because guess what? We have makeup remover and concealer, and we can fix our problems later. Nothing is permanent when it comes to makeup. So I'm kind of like making it very defined on the very outer part of my eye and then slowly smudging it inwards. Can you see? Can you tell? And then I've dragged it out because she actually dragged it out pretty far. So I think I have that covered. And then she did kind of smoke. Okay, so I'm gonna do what I think is best right now, which is connect this. It doesn't exactly look like that, but it doesn't need to be identical, right? I don't know. I'm doing more of an inspired look, right? I don't know. Okay, so let's start here. Now, I have kind of the shape I'm going for. I need a crease brush. So I'm going to take my Sigma Duo Fiber Blend E41, and I'm just going to kind of, it's clean. I didn't dip into product. Okay, that's the key here. I didn't dip into product. That wasn't the goal here. I just want to blend it out as best as I can with the product that I have, because I want to soften the color. That's essentially the goal, is I'm kind of trying to soften this area right here. I don't want it to be as dark. I want it to be lighter. Yeah. I'm going to take an even fluffier brush and just buff the edges. Yeah. Lovely. So I'm going to take the color Ancient Spire. So first we started with Perched. Okay. Now we're going to go down here. Normally I work lighter to darker, but because I wanted the brown to be a little bit more rich, I worked darker to lighter. Okay. That is the reason. Okay. So actually, I think this look is coming on very easily and very quickly. I was expecting it to be a little bit harder based on how it looks. Nah, it's easy. Easy peasy. So I have that. I have to remove the mistake I made and just lay down my concealer. It's making me crazy. Okay. Yeah. There we go. So I removed the spot that I had made the mistake, and I'm just going to reapply my, before I said concealer, I definitely meant primer. Yeah. So I'm just going to reapply that right there. Lovely, lovely, beautiful, gorgeous. Perfect. And I think I have the shape that I was going for now. Maybe not. I wish I could see her like looking straight. You know what? I'm doing it completely different than she did because I just realized that she made a tutorial and I'm not doing it any way. I'm not doing it any way similar to how she did it. That's fine. Okay. So I'm just gonna go back in and buff that. Yeah, I think that's good. Looking good so far. So I'm seeing that she uses green right here. So that's what I'm gonna do. But I'm gonna use a different shade of green. I'm gonna use the shade of green I have in front of me, which is called Grim Morning. It's this sage green color right here. And I'm going to, ooh, it's like a Frankenstein green. I like it. I'm gonna buff that into the brow because that's what she did. And I actually love that. Que bonito. She did it like all under her eyebrows. So that's what I'm gonna do. It's like her highlight color. I love that. I love that we're using colors to highlight instead of shimmers to highlight now. I think that's cool. Different, unique. I love it. The more I'm doing this makeup, the more I'm realizing that I need clips to keep the hair out of my face because it's actually making me cuckoo bananas that it's in my face. So I have my Frankenstein green light. I actually love that. That's gorgeous. Looks cool, right? This might be a trust the process thing because I basically went into this with no plan. I just decided, hey, why don't I just pick a random look that I have in my saved collections list of makeup that inspires me and just said, yeah, let's make a tutorial on that, even though I had no idea how she did it. So we have a good blend happening. I like that. I'm actually gonna take Sinister Figure, this deep purple here. I'm gonna take that deep purple and I'm gonna deepen up the brown. Yeah, make it a little bit darker. But I'm gonna be very careful to focus it on the inner corner. It's fine, it'll be fine. It's gonna be a unique color palette, okay? Not mad at it at all. And like I stated before, I'm just using it to richen up those areas that I want them to be darker. I'm trying to avoid using black because she uses black eyeliner later, and I don't want to create something too dark that competes with the rest of the colors around. Like, I want to keep it kind of true to the colors, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so I'm going to use a medium angled shading brush just to kind of like get a better, yeah, because I needed a slightly better outer corner depth happening that I wasn't getting with that little smudge brush. I needed a little bit more of a larger brush. I think it was too small. Okay. Yeah, that's better. I'm just like stamping instead of buffing. I'm stamping. It packs pigment better without creating a lot of fallout. It's cute, right? I'm just gonna take this again with Ancient Spire just to kind of diffuse that a little bit more. The next step is gonna be the blue fiddlesticks. So I'm actually gonna use my first Unearthly Cosmetics brush. Here it is right here. And I'm going to pick up the shade Veil, which is that beautiful slate blue color. And I'm just going to kind of pack that on. These have impeccable pigmentation. I like it. I like it a lot. And the brush is very soft. Very, very soft. I can barely feel that it's even touching my eye. Like, it's definitely touching it, but it's not an uncomfortable brush at all. It's very, very soft. Yeah. So you see what I mean? I have to bring the blue down and down out here. So I'm going to need to wait till I'm done to finish the rest of that. But we do have the inner part done, which is good. And she drags it till about the middle. And then on the middle, so I'm going to use this brush. And I'm going to take this shade in Gothic Grace. And I'm just going to apply that, ooh, that's bright, on the eyelid. Actually, I like how bright that is. Ooh, it's giving. I can tell that I've gone away from the look a little bit, and that's okay. I'm taking creative liberties here. And that is okay. I'm making it my own. I really didn't want to copy it piece for piece either, so I don't even know if I'm going to do the black liner because I really don't, lately, this past year, year and a half, I haven't really enjoyed wearing black eyeliner. I'm going to be honest. And I don't know why. Like, I have one that I like, but I just don't want to use it. I was not expecting that from the palette to here to be this intensely bright. And it's very pigmented. I'm very pleased. I'm very happy. This is beautiful and gorgeous, and I can't wait to use it more. Also, I'm really shocked about how much I'm liking that e.l.f. primer. That was a shock. It actually is really holding this pigment in place. Like, I can tell by looking at my eye that that pigment is stuck to my eye, which I like. Okay, I'm gonna use Darkest Hour right there, and I'm gonna use it to deepen but more. Yeah, that's better. Sometimes you just gotta make it work. And I like that. It's definitely not the same. The look has gone its own way. I do like that I added the blue instead of the black. I think that it just is more dimensional like that, and I quite like that. I think the blue is a better fit than the purple. Yeah, it's a better fit than the purple. I'm going to just kind of fix that, if you will. So I went in with this brown, and I went in with this light color, which I really like. And as you can tell, this is going to be a lot of like backwards and forwards work to kind of blend the colors the way that I want them to be, or how you would want them to be. It's best to always go backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards, like I did, where I put in the blue, then I put the light color, and then I put the blue again, and then the light color. That just creates that really pretty seamless blend that you're seeing. I'm gonna go back in with that blue again. And yeah, that's beautiful. The only thing that's getting me is this shape here. I feel like I need to define it better. Yeah. I shouldn't have done the purple. I thought that the purple would be a good idea, but I think I saved it by adding that blue over it. I think that it fixed it. I think so. So then the last thing I'm gonna do is add sparkle, and I want to touch it with my finger for the first time. I'm just gonna do the light one. Yeah, I'm gonna do the light one. Ooh, they feel good. Look at that. Look at that. That's the color Awaken. Beautiful. And I'm just gonna pop that over. Oh my God, look at it. Look at it. Oh my God. Oh my God. That is gorgeous. Yeah, that was a good decision. Good decision. Good, Heather. Okay. That looks really pretty. I'm glad that mine isn't exactly like hers, because I actually saw her eyes open and I was like, oh, I have a bigger hood than you do. Yeah. So this goes with my hood, because you can still see all of the gradations. You can still see the shimmer, the highlight, the brighter colors contrasted against the darker colors, which is good. I don't think I'm going to do the black eyeliner because I don't like it. I'm seeing like Arabic liner. I just don't want to do it. Okay, well the next thing is I'm going to do the other eye, and then I'm going to come back. I'm going to clean up any fallout, because there was a little bit of fallout. That's to be expected. It's normal. I think the palette's amazing so far. I'm really enjoying it. I was making a short, and then I was like, oh, that was easier to do it in the short than it was in the long form. I did it differently. I think they look the same. but I think you can do it either way. I just think the way I did it the second time was easier after I had my learning curve, you know, like I figured out what I was doing, how I was doing it, why I was doing it. Yeah. So there's that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean up the outer edges similar to how hers are, which is just making them sharp, right? Before I put on my face makeup, right? And I've realized that I've put myself at a slight disadvantage because a lot of my makeup is in my car at the mechanic being fixed, which means my makeup's in the car and I don't have my makeup, my normal makeup. Yeah. So we'll see how this goes. Yeah. So far, I'm going to pop on my normal brows, which are my purple eyebrows. It's really nothing crazy. I just trace my natural brow. I decided to let them grow in. Yeah. I did still use purple in the other eye, which is like, well, but it was fine. Yeah. So I'm just going to trace my brow the way that it is, which it's a little bit more arched when I trace them than when it's not. I don't know. I like the way I make them look when I pencil or pomade them in. So I'm using the Made by Mitchell color case, not the color case, the brow sludge box, yeah. And I'm using the color grape because my hair's purple, like I said. So I just think it adds a nice, like, cute little touch to my makeup. Otherwise, like, I don't know, I think brown eyebrows with purple hair is really boring. So I don't want to do that. I want to do my eyebrows purple. I've always enjoyed playing with colored brows. There's the vibe. Look at the vibe. Isn't it beautiful? Moving on. I like a little bit more drama in the tail. I like it to be longer. I think longer tails are very demure. What can I say? So, I'm going to close that. Now, I'm going to do the rest of my face. I will be back. So, this is where I'm at. I already did the blush, which is exactly like hers. Let's review. Blush, contour. Like I said, I'm not gonna do the black. I don't like it. I don't like how it looks. It's just not for me. I used it as inspiration, okay? Beginning and end of that. So, I already set my under eyes. I'm gonna go back in with that blue. Veil was the shade. And I'm just going to smooth that down little by little. The same color. And I want it to go a little bit here and down. Yeah, like that. And I left that area a little bit tacky on purpose because I wanted the eyeshadow to stick. So I'm going to do the same thing right here. She had that blue kind of go there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have it follow like so. I'm going to take another fluffy brush and take that green. No, I'm not. Am I? No. Yes. No. I'm going to take the blushes that I used on my face, which were these two, the one by my pinky and the one in the middle, and I'm going to use that to blend it out. So I'm going to start with the shade Pet Name, and I'm just going to blend that out. Yeah. It told me green and pink danger, like my brain just did. So we're going to listen to my brain. My brain is not normally wrong. Yeah. And I'm just going to blend that out like that. I'm just going to take that ghostly light color, that Gothic grace color, And I'm just going to kind of blend that into the blue, over the top of the blue, and down into the eye. I don't want it to be insane. I want to follow the concept without ruining it, you know? So I don't think I've ruined the concept. I actually think that I kind of went in my own direction with it while staying with the concept, if that makes sense. Like, I have a nice bright inner corner. I have a nice cool outer corner. I think that the overall look is something I don't typically do, which I like. Yeah, that's what I like about it. And it's something I don't typically do. I'm gonna do the other side, put on mascara, which you don't need to see because we all put it on basically the same, right? And then I will be back with the finished look. Okay guys, this is the finished look. What do we think? I took the hair clips out. All I did was mascara off camera. I didn't add anything else, just mascara and lipstick, of course, because it needed something. But what do we think? I'm really liking that I chose a brighter under eye instead of blending the blue all the way down. It just was too dark. And I like that I'm doing more blush than normal. I think it's a cute look. I don't always do it, but when I do it, I really, really think it looks beautiful. I just chose for the lippy because I want to save trying out other products by her brand besides the brushes for a separate video. I want to do something more in depth with the colors and swatches and so on. So stay tuned for that. But this is the first makeup look, first impression / tutorial, everything of this Gargoyle palette. And I am actually obsessed. I like the formula. I like how blendable it is. And I like the versatility of the product. As you can see, I did use that white powder there and it doesn't accentuate texture. Like, it's very creamy, very buttery, velvety. It's stunning. It looks beautiful. Yeah, minus like my genetics here that's just like whatever. But I just think the vibe is cute. I think it's beautiful. Oh, lip combo. If anybody wants to know, it's the Ghosted lipstick by Melt and the, I think it's Toasted, Mocha lip pencil and Ghosted on the lips. But let me know in the comments what you think. Is this the first time you've ever heard about this brand? Did you enjoy watching the tutorial? What would you like to see next? Or what's your favorite color combo? Maybe drop your favorite color combo and I'll try to do a makeup look with the favorite color combo. I don't know. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you didn't already. Smash the notification bell so you don't miss an upload from me. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you in the next one. Bye.